Thank you so very much. I am so elated by what I've just heard. Every time I hear the story, it amazes me how far things have come. It is difficult to come behind such a powerful speaker, so I'm very proud of you and what you've done tonight. I mean, it is amazing. So I want to say thank you again. The foundation pretty much is located in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. As she said it before, I want to make sure we know where we're talking about. It's located in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, and that picture was taken about a year and a half ago when, I mean, almost a year ago when we went to Liberia. We took that picture just to show you where exactly the foundation is located. But education is our central theme. We believe in education, all right? And what we say here is that education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. And these are the words of Nelson Mandela. As you recall from Saya's contributions earlier, had it not been for education, she would not have been in the position to pay it forward through the ATDOE Memorial Foundation, a foundation that continues to be a beacon of hope to thousands of underserved women and children in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. And so our programs are surrounded around three key programs: education, women empowerment, and health services. She talked about the what, and I'm going to talk about how and how we are operationalizing our programs. And so we'll talk first about education. We opened the academy in 2014 with 75 students. 2014 with 75 students. Currently in 2020, we have about 340 students enrolled with plans to expand to 500 students in 2021. Put that in perspective. We started with 75 students a few years ago, and now we are about 340. In the next academic school year, we're going to be around 500 students. It is because of your generous contributions and your support for this foundation over the years that have caused us to be where we are today. So I want to say thank you for all of those contributions. We also, as part of our educational program, provide feeding for the children. You heard her talk about providing a conducive environment where we can provide feeding for the kids. So as part of the educational program, we make sure that we provide meals to these kids because some of them, I kid you not, they don't have food at home to eat. And so they come on campus and we make sure we feed them something every day. Another area, that's not just the educational part we believe in, but we believe in developing leadership skills, professional excellence, as well as building integrity and commitment to Christ. Because now the foundation is Christ-centered. So our students, as you can see from the picture, physical education is key, personal excellence, integrity, those are some of the key things we look at. But there are life-changing stories and beautiful faces behind the 340 children we have in our academy, like a student, Genevieve Williams. The next picture you see up there is student Genevieve Williams. I know Genevieve Williams. I have met her on several occasions. And Genevieve is a student, she's bright, ambitious. She's someone who will one day come to this country and sit in where I'm sitting because we believe in where she's going. Genevieve lost her parents to Ebola during the crisis. She enrolled in the academy in 2016. But despite these economic and daunting challenges, Genevieve is currently in the fifth grade and she wants to become a nurse. I want to focus on that for a minute. Why being a nurse? Think about it. Her parents went as a result of Ebola, and Genevieve today is trying as much as she can to become a nurse. It is because of your generous contribution that a student like Genevieve is able to go through the academy. There are many phases of Genevieve. Today, for only $300 a year, you can support a child like Genevieve, and there are many others. Now, think about $300. Some of us can put $300 just on a pair of shoes, but you can support a child tonight just for $300. And some of you may have even more cash. You can choose to support a class a year. A class is $3,000 a year. For that, you can contribute towards our educational program, and definitely we will be happy to sponsor any of these children in the situation of that of Genevieve. The foundation also offers computer literacy program. And our computer literacy program will deliver an academically stimulating environment that prepares students to meet the future with confidence. To date, over 100 of our students have graduated from our program, where we are located in Buchanan, in the rural area. Most of the high schools around that area don't have computer labs. So the ATDOE Memorial Academy provides an environment through which students from different schools within that community can come and learn computer skill sets. We are happy for your donations and we hope to continue to grow the program. But we also have a local presence. I wouldn't talk more about Liberia and don't tell you about our local presence. We have a local presence, and here, through our ATDOE scholarship program, we provide scholarships to students graduating from high schools here, and we partner with the Park Church. And through that, students are allowed to write an essay. And what is this essay all about? The essay talks about who influences you the most and why. Imagine talking about that, and that draws back to our story of influence. If you talk about someone who influenced you the most and how they influence you, you can write in a way that will be compelling. And these students at the Park, as well as Vance or West Charlotte, they have opportunities as well. So we partner with them and we provide scholarship to graduating high school seniors. Another part of the program I like to share or hone on is our women empowerment program. We believe that the women are the most positioned to help break the cycle of unemployment and poverty that impedes the forward progress of children and families. We want our students to come home to better lives. And that's why our program empowers women to be able to take care of themselves and their families. Through our sewing program, we've graduated over 100 women. And what do they do? I'm glad you asked the question. I'll tell you what they do. They have a 6-month training program, intensive training that takes them through how to sew. And the uniform you see the students sewing, these are all materials that were done by the students graduating from the school. The African prints that some of you have already purchased, what you see online tonight, talks about, it shows you some of the work they've done over the last few months. And at the end of the graduation, what do they have? They have a sewing kit, they have a sewing machine, and we empower them to become better entrepreneurs. So for those of you who have received a text from us that came from 243725, go online and purchase any of these authentic African garments. Now, if you did not receive a text from us and you would like to be a part of this project, send us an email to info@ATDOEMF, and we'll be happy to add you to our database. We look forward to your continuous support. But I will be remiss if I don't draw attention to the face of our sewing program. I'd like to bring your attention to one of our students who graduated from the program, and her name is student Nancy ATDOE. Student Nancy lived in the community at the time. She was unemployed, had no job, but through the grace of God and your generous contributions, a student Nancy went through the 6-month training program and she was able to graduate with flying colors. Today, Nancy ATDOE has secured a contract with a major company in Buchanan where she's sewing up to 5,000 masks for workers. That would not have happened had it not been for God and your generous contributions. So we urge you to continue the support through our Women Empowerment Program. We also have another program called the Microfinancing Program. I like to draw our attention to the Microfinancing Program as well. And through the Microfinancing Program, we provide interest-free loans to empower women start their small business. They participate in a 1-day workshop on basic principles of budgeting and expense management. And they learn how to become better entrepreneurs with limited capital. So for only $150, you could support our microfinancing programs. We expect to expand on the microfinancing program in the next few months because of all of the generosity, the help that continue to come through during these programs. Last but not the least, I want to talk to you about our preventive and basic healthcare services. Some of the things we take for granted. The foundation dedicates resources to address the health crisis that threatens the survival of population in marginalized communities, especially in places like rural Liberia. We enlist the help of health professionals in rural Liberia and the US to deliver immunization, screening, checkups, disease prevention, and health education to residents in this community. Think about it. The foundation provides over 500 Liberian residents with healthcare services, including medication for blood pressure and diabetes. I want to hone in a little on blood pressure and diabetes. Some of the things we go to Walgreens and just buy simple medication here. It is a luxury in Buchanan to have medication. So through your partnership and the partnership with local hospitals there, we are able to provide these basic services, the things we take for granted. I kid you not, as part of our hygiene program, over 270 of our students enrolled in the school have benefited from our educational programs. And some of them don't have toothbrushes. This is the first time being exposed to toothbrushes and dental hygiene. So we want to say thank you for all that you continue to do. And last but not the least, I want to share with you our financials for 2019. Many times we bring out what we've raised and the foundation makes money, but you want to know how those funds have been expended. And part of what we're doing is to give you a snapshot. In a 2019 year, we raised a little over $101,000. So the question is, how did we spend the money? You guys are smart audience. I thank you for asking that question. And here is how. 59% of those funds have been spent on our educational programs. And then we have the women empowerment, the healthcare services, as well as our capital project. In 2019, we spent 17% of those funds on a capital project. But I got a surprise for you. At the end of our presentation today, you're going to see what those donations, and once we've collected in the 2020 year, have done to the school. Mind you, we were at elementary, and by the grace of God, we are expanding to junior high school. Think about what is happening from January to present. God has blessed us, and your contribution have come through a long way. We're going to show you a quick video, but before we do that, say your thoughts about a way to give. Where are we now? Our goal for this year is 100,000. Yes. And as of 7, 8 p.m. or around 6 p.m., we are getting up to $76,000 already. 76,000, and donations are still pouring in. So I can say to you at the end of this conversation, who knows, we could be over 100,000. Don't you think so? We could very well be over 100,000 at the end of this conversation. And so what we're saying tonight is that your contributions have come a long way. But I've done a lot of talking, and this is how you can contribute. We've raised about 76,000 to date. We are 22,000. If my math is doing it right, we are 22,000 away from our 100,000 goal. But there is no law that says we cannot exceed our 100,000 goal. So you can go to the website, make a contribution, go to Cash App. You can also use our Cash App and make a contribution there, or use our PayPal. But I will pause and allow you guys to see the video that shows the new construction of our junior high school, because I've done a lot of talking. I think I should pause and let them see the videos. Don't you think so?
Definitely.
So I'll ask to show the video, and then we'll come back to me shortly. And this is the expansion of the junior high school, where your contributions have made it possible for us to go from elementary to a junior high school up to 9th grade. And as we continue, we will get to 12th grade and maybe college, who knows what. But we want to say thank you for all of your contributions. It got to be God.